Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. If you are new here, hello. If you want some more teacher content or lifestyle content, leave me a like, subscribe, and a comment of some more things that you would like to see. This video is going to be a little bit about me, the pros and cons of teaching kindergarten, and how I plan for the week. That are new here, I am Alira. I'm 24 years old. I'm newly engaged. Me and my fiance got engaged on Thanksgiving of last year. I've been teaching kindergarten for 2 years now. Absolutely love it. Would never teach another grade level, honestly. I have 2 businesses. I have a nonprofit that mentors girls ages 11 to 17 in Mississippi, Alabama, and New Orleans now. And yeah, that's me. That's my life. I'm a girl boss, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So every day I receive messages about how to become a kindergarten teacher and why I'm a kindergarten teacher. And the overall answer to how, it honestly varies state to state. I personally have a criminal justice degree, so I did not go to school for education, but my school that I work for just needs a college degree. Some schools do, some schools don't. Again, do your research, see what you need, and go for it. I feel like as long as you have the passion for it and the heart behind it, you can definitely be a kindergarten teacher. No matter your age, no matter your skills, you can jump in and do what needs to be done. Why I specifically chose kindergarten, it came from my love for kids. My nonprofit, I've worked with children before coming into the school, so I knew kind of what I was getting myself into. Kindergarten in particular is a little tougher. I started the year off with 30 little people. 35-year-olds is pretty insane. Now I have 28. I love them. Again, I will always say that, but like, it's tough, you know? They're 5. It's a lot of challenges. We have accidents every day. Kids are kids. They forget things over the weekend. They forget things from Monday to Tuesday. So being a kindergarten teacher, you just have to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of kindness. You have to have a lot of love. There's no other way to put it, honestly. You just have to know every day is a new day for them. Every day is a new day for you. Show up for them. Show up for yourself. I also am really big on like building a community inside of my classroom. A lot of my babies do not go to Head Start or pre-K. Therefore, you're their first teacher. You are building their first classroom experiences, so you can set the tone for how they view school. So always be mindful of that, like how you address them in the morning, how you address them throughout the day. You don't want a 5-year-old to hate school at 5. That's kind of that's one of those things that's like, it's harder to break it once they feel a certain way about it. So I'm really big on just creating a community, making sure that friends are kind to other friends. Don't let things linger on inside of your classroom, especially behaviors, because again, it's harder to break behaviors once you let it go on for so long. The other cons are honestly just parents sometimes admin. I am very blessed to have a good set of parents for the most part. My admin is supportive for the most part. So it's just kind of choose your battles, choose your school wisely. Again, do your research everywhere before just taking a job. But I love kindergarten. I refuse to go to another grade level. I don't want any younger, and I do not want any older. I feel like it's a good feeling to know that they come in knowing nothing and they come out knowing everything. They come out readers, they come out counters, they're adding, they're subtracting, they're writing. I love to see the transition from August to May. It is a great feeling, and I hope that you feel the same way by the end of your first or second year of kindergarten. All right, so now let's talk about planning, what we are all here for. The first thing that I do at the top of every week is break down my school's curriculum. Every school is different, so again, this may vary based off like if you do team planning or individual planning. For me, our math curriculum is pretty straightforward and set out for us. This specifically tells us like the day of the week, the exact date, the lesson, and like a link to the lesson and the lesson materials that we should have for that lesson. So I can look at this at the top of every week and transfer it over to my weekly schedule. That way it's not like I'm looking at this overwhelming document every single day. It's just really easy, and I love the way our school's math is set up for us. My school also does reading mastery for reading. So again, we try to go through 2 lessons a day with our reading groups. So it's very easy to like kind of go through, put that into my schedule as needed. The next thing that I do after breaking down curriculum is prepping my material. Again, a lot of my materials are already prepped. Sometimes I just need to make extra copies, do a little cutting, do a little laminating. I highly recommend assigning tasks where you have help. Me personally, I can ask my fiance, I can ask my co-teacher. You can even ask kids. Like at this point in the school year, your kids should be comfortable with scissors. They should be comfortable with doing like different tasks for you inside of the classroom. So take advantage of what you have. Don't let all the workload be on you. I think that's a big part of planning that teachers don't utilize as much. Just take advantage of who you can, when you can, and what you can. I think the next big thing that's helped me a lot when planning is I personally like to plan each minute of my day. It sounds like a lot, but once you do it for the first time, it gets really easy. Especially in kindergarten, it's very easy to let like 15 minutes go by just between like bathroom breaks, water breaks, transitions. Again, they're 5. Kindergarten is not going to go minute by minute as you plan it. So I like to plan buffer times, fill-in times, always keep like flashcards on you. It's very easy to kind of let extra time go by, I would say. So I have had great mentors tell me to like keep letter cards in my pocket, keep number cards in my pocket. That way, like if we're in line for longer than we're supposed to be, I can pop it out and say, what's this letter? What's this sound? What's this number? And we're still making up for what we're missing inside of the classroom. Again, every school is very different. So do what works for you, do what works for your students, and just take advantage of your time. Kindergarten is a tricky age group to kind of keep them on a schedule sometimes, but once they get the schedule, kids love accountability a lot more than we realize. I personally have started doing class jobs this year, and my kids love it. They love the responsibility. They love being rewarded at the end of the week. They take their job serious, and you cannot tell them otherwise. I had PTO earlier this week, and my children ran the class without me. My sub was so amazed. She was sending me pictures like they knew where to go. They knew how to set up their tables. They knew how to do their morning meeting. It's just a good feeling once you get your kids on the same schedule that you want them on every day because they respect the schedule. Kids cannot work in chaos, so I am very firm on planning and sticking to a plan as much as possible. Change is change, don't get me wrong, and I am very good at adjusting, but they're 5 again, and I know I've said that a lot, but this age group need stability. There's no other way to put it. And yeah, that's like the overhead of planning for me. In the next clip, we are going to jump into how I plan for my week specifically. All right, girlies, let's jump into the nitty gritty of how I plan for my week. So I usually start off by prepping this document for me and my co-teacher. It has every day of the week, Monday through Friday, and it is very specific. We literally have like our morning centers, what pages we're doing for handwriting, what word we're doing for sight words, what lesson we're on for Haggerty, the math topic, the math lesson, center rotations. We do CGI at my school also. I put in our response to data. I put in like whether we have play power, whether we have birthday parties, what is due, what our meetings are. Like I try my very best to put everything on this piece of paper. I feel like when it's 2 people in the room, there should be no confusion on what's going on. Whether she's out or I'm out, I like to stay on one accord no matter what. So that way our kids can still get what they need no matter who's in the room. So with all of that being said, let's jump into my top of the day, which is morning centers. A lot of people do morning work, and we only do morning work in my classroom on Wednesdays because we start the day off with reading groups. So the transition is just a little bit tighter, and we don't really have enough time to put centers out, clean centers up, and then go to reading group. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, each table does something different. I have one table that works on computers, another one does math worksheets, another one has blocks, and then another one usually just have like a random center that they love. After morning centers, we jump into handwriting without tears is the program that my school particularly does. I mentioned this in another video, but I do like weekly packets for them. I know some teachers at my school like print the whole packet for our kids. I feel like in kindergarten, that's a lot of worksheets for them to look at once. They're also still like trying to get used to finding the number pages. So we're getting there, but it's a slow process. So I usually just set them up with what I know they're going to do for the week. Again, that is on me and my co-teacher's plan. So like we can say turn to page 59 and 60 for the day and set our timer, and they know how to work until the timer goes off. Right after handwriting without tears, we jump into our sight word packet. Again, I do their packet front and back for whatever words we have this week. After handwriting and sight words, we jump into Heggerty. I feel like any teacher knows what Heggerty is. Most schools use it now. It is just a different word for like our phonics. We do that on the carpet and we do it whole group. My kids love it. I make it into a game. I usually do teachers versus scholars, or I do individual points. After Heggerty, we jump into our math. We only have 2 math lessons this week because we're actually taking a unit checkpoint towards the end of the week. So for Monday and Tuesday, we have the same lesson, which is counting jar. We actually start counting jar very early on in the school year. So I really appreciate that about my school. This lesson specifically wants them to master using a 10 stick instead of counting by ones when we're doing anything bigger than teen numbers. So basically they should be able to pull a 10 and know how to count on from that 10. Monday they should be able to do it just by showing me with cubes, and then on Tuesday they need to represent it on paper. And then I already printed our checkpoints for everybody. The very first question on our checkpoint is filling in the missing numbers from 1 through 20. So I went ahead and found 2 different worksheets that we're going to do on Monday and Tuesday, and probably for my friends that need a little more practice, I'll pull them on Wednesday in order just to get a little more practice in and master that skill before we actually take our checkpoint. So like I said, that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, we're going to actually take the checkpoint. And then after that, I step out of the room for my planning. My co-teacher does centers and CGI and her response to data. I come back in, I pull my response to data groups. Our kids go into enrichment. This semester, they are in dance. They love our dance teacher here. She is amazing, 10 out of 10. So when our kids return from enrichment, we do lit skills, which is very simple to the point. They write the sound that we're saying. They write the sound that we are saying, and then they will blend them together to create a word. After that, we do snack, pack up, clean up, and it is time to go, okay? My favorite part of the day, when we are on the last, 30-minute stretch, finishing up our day, I am excited. My kids are excited. They know it's almost time to leave, so we are fighting to the finish, basically, at that point. Our day at our school is very long. We start our day at 8:15. We do not wrap up until 3:55. A lot of schools are a lot shorter, but unfortunately our day is longer. So I have to find different ways to keep my kids motivated, keep them excited about being here, keep them awake. We only take a nap from August to December. So this is the time where they're falling asleep after lunch. They are fighting to get through the day, but we're almost first graders now, so we're making it. I think that's one of the hardest things too now, just fitting into our schedule, is working on those first grade ready skills. They are getting there faster than I thought. I'm truly proud of this group of kids. We started off in a tough place. I started off kind of in and out of co-teachers. I had a sub for a while, so these friends got the best of me, honestly. They've seen some hard days. We grew together. This is also my first year being a lead teacher. So I'm just proud of the growth that I was able to pour into these kids and they were able to pour into me. That is how I plan for the week. I will try to drop the link for this. It is on Teacher Pay Teachers, and I'm almost positive it was free. If it wasn't free, it may have been $1. I'm not sure, but I will double check and drop it in my bio as well. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my week of planning. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Like, subscribe, and follow for more content like this. See y'all in the next video. Bye.